As some of you know, that I've been going to Columbus State. I'm 62 years old now from drug addiction, alcohol. But I would also like to work with sex offenders. That's an addiction that's treated differently, though, but that's still an addiction that that needs to be addressed, and it's really treated the same way. You're powerless over your addiction until you know you start getting help for it. Even if you don't learn the desires, you can learn how to control the desires of your addiction. And that's what I like people to learn. You don't have to act out just because you have an addiction. There's ways that you can control yourself. I'm 62, but I'd like to still work with addicts if possible, if my health permits. I do have some health concerns. I had a stroke, a major stroke back in 2020, and I've had 4 heart attacks. So I have to take care of myself as well. But I'd like to be able to help people as we have so many different people that have different addictions, that could use help. It could be gambling. I mean, overeating. There's so many, like I said, so many different addictions. Columbus State is a good school to be able to work on whatever you would like to do. I just took a advanced composition class in the school, and and it takes me a little bit more effort. I do, and who is working full time now so that she can save up to get a master's degree. She would like to be a professor someday. But one of the other students, his last essay, it was supposed to be 1,800 words. Not his last essay, but a second from his last essay, 1,800 words on research on AI. And it was a very interesting topic because I did not know much about AI, which I did learn a lot. But he wrote down, I didn't learn SHIT from this class. If you didn't learn anything, it's probably pretty much you chose not to. Or why are they doing that? If you put a little bit of effort in the class, you're going to pass and you're going to learn. You know, um, there's a proper way of writing. You might need to write a proposal for a nonprofit for a grant of you, but you can learn who your audience is going to be and how to format your writing to fit that audience. And that's one time. But I wonder why some people go to school if they don't want to take it serious. At my age, Peter told me most of my life, oh, you wouldn't be able to do this or that. And but don't ever give up. If I don't care what age you are, they got people that go to school there that's in their 80s. A lot older than me. And I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to work again or not, but I would still like to think I can. At least until I'm 70 or so. These years, like they did back in the 80s, now people are working to 65, 70 years old, and some even old longer than that. But remember, don't ever give up. Don't let people build your mind up by saying you can't do something. If you believe bad enough that you can, you will succeed. But it all comes down to are you willing and are you able? God bless you all. Have a great day.